Welcome back to Philippines Uncut. I'm Buddy Cunanan. Tonight's topic is paranormal investigations, part of our Halloween All Saints Day special. And our guests tonight are Jade Martin, founder of Profilers of the Unknown. Joining her is a researcher, Kitco, and photo expert of Profilers of the Unknown, J.R. Rodriguez. So guys, welcome back to our third and final segment. Now, before we paused for our break, now we stop for a break, J.R. was showing us orbs. We were talking about orbs, and we were talking about how orbs have been thought to represent spirits or souls caught on film. No? And you said, Jay, that if it's a genuine orb, as verified by someone like JR, who's an expert in the field, you would need additional verification to say that, hey, this is
to
a
validate
spirit.
that there is something.
Yeah. What would that be? What other?
We can try getting EVPs, and then I can take another photo. Maybe it's just something that isn't haven't taken enough form. So most of the time, I took full-bodied apparitions. I'm not happy with orbs. Therefore, I will do my best to take a full-bodied apparition, and then I will be happy. Because as long as the evidence is debunkable, questionable, debatable, I don't accept them.
Okay. Until what point do you say, okay, I've had enough evidence, this is enough, this is really the real deal now? I mean, until what point do you go?
If I can get a very clear EVP and a very clear photo of a full-bodied apparition, then that's it.
So orbs, you're a bit, you're
debatable. I don't
on
want
orbs,
to be,
okay, all right.
I
You're
don't-
not
I don't
completely
wanna be
sold on
locked
orbs.
up by
All right.
other investigators, so I don't credit those as evidence.
Okay,
But
okay.
unless I can get, at least if there's an orb, we have a case.
Yeah.
There is something
It's a
that we
starting
need to-
point. It's a starting
That's
point.
a starting
Yeah.
point. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm actually trying to say.
And there have been cases where you actually went further, and you got an EVP, you got a full body apparition,
Yeah.
and things like that.
Very clear.
Wow.
Not just help, not just breathing. We got clear words.
Wow, that's creepy. That is creepy. Creepy stuff. JR, I understand you have some more photos to show us, and
Yes.
okay, while JR is punching it up, we were talking about Corregidor, and some psychic friends of mine said like they would never set foot in Corregidor because it's like a hotbed of activity. Now, have you guys been there, and you guys feel the same way?
Yes.
JR?
Yes, actually, it's there, we actually got a lot of photos. Me myself, at least two, and people in my group. Every photographer got a photo of a spirit.
Was it verified by EVP and all that?
I didn't have a EVP at that time. I didn't record anything, but I was able to get this photo here.
Let's see it.
Okay, first of all, you'll see that it's dark. This is the original shot. I did not use any flash.
Is it in the tunnel?
Yeah, it's in the tunnel,
Okay.
in Malinta Tunnel.
Okay.
Because I believe that the flash is always, there's always a chance to cheat the photo. So I don't use flash. Then if you remove the darkness by pulling up the exposure value, then you can see the object or the ghost itself.
Wow. Yeah, because, as you said, if you use a flash, sometimes you don't know if it's a reflection, maybe it's a lens, it's a lens
Could be
cap,
anything.
or, it could be
But this light was pulled out of total darkness.
from the darkness. No, that is amazing. That is amazing.
So that's how I know it's authentic. And another one would be this one. The photo was of 3 people.
Yeah.
My girlfriend got this shot. See on this side? See the face and the white.
Oh, yeah.
At first, I thought it was someone blocking the camera. Then after checking, I looked at it. In fact, I removed it from the photos that I'm supposed to edit. Then eventually, I realized that it
Was that on Corregidor Island as well?
yeah. I realized that it's not normal. If you zoom into it, you'll see that it's not a person blocking anything.
Yes, it's not like it's very distinct. You can see the line. It's not like a reflection of light. It's something, it's very defined. No, the corners are very defined.
It's very
Wow.
clear.
Wow, interesting. Interesting stuff. Now, okay, let's talk about again your methods and the activities you've carried out. Have there been times when you guys have been scared? I mean, like because we're dealing with stuff here which are beyond really, the realm of science. So I mean, almost. No? I mean, this is something breaking new ground here. So have there been times when you guys have been scared?
Or just humans. We do have goosebumps.
Yeah.
Or we're not supernatural beings. We do get scared most of the time. But because maybe of experience, it helped us to be more
More calm.
more calm.
Mm.
It helps us to control our feelings because that's really important. In our field, you need to be really absolutely calm in order because it would affect others.
And your judgment, no? Of
Exactly.
course. Yeah.
Number
yeah.
one is the judgment.
Yes.
And somehow we are impacting people. Our impact should be something positive, not something negative. Because if we impact our clients like we are scared or what, it would impact them, and the whole investigation would be ruined.
Okay, so, we've talked about how you guys investigate. Let's say, because we have 5 minutes to close, let's say after investigation, okay, boom, this is not something caused by you're not hallucinating, this is not something caused by the wind, whatever, there really is a presence. What do you guys do after that? I mean, what is the next step? I mean, you've ascertained that there really is some sort of paranormal spirit activity or demon activity. What is the next step?
Feedback is very important. Also follow up. Because one incident of investigation doesn't end there. It's a continuous process.
Okay.
That's why feedback and follow-up is very important. So after the session, we give out solutions for them to follow. Now, they have to do their part as well.
Of course.
It's a two-way process.
Okay,
It takes two
okay.
to tango.
Now, Jade, some other psychics I've talked to said that they don't believe in driving the entities away because they say that, they're here as well. We have to coexist. They also occupy the same space. I'll bet in another dimension, maybe. But, so it's not fair to them to kick them out, kick them out of their home or their space. So do you guys believe in this as well, the coexistence, the principle of coexistence, peaceful coexistence?
Depends. If they don't
Yeah.
do you any harm, let them be. Ignore them. They're just there anyway. But once they started to become harmful, they've been bothering you a lot, you got sick a lot, you got depressed a lot, maybe there's something you should do.
Those are manifestations as well of how they can affect you, sickness, depression, things like that?
Yeah, because
Physically,
some of them,
physical sickness, huh?
yeah, some of them carry negative energies that can attack you.
Mm.
So as long as they're not bothering you, ignore them. Actually, it's still better to be afraid of the living than the dead.
There's a saying like that. No?
So most
Fear
of
the living, not the dead. Yeah.
Most of the time, we encourage them to ignore. But if whatever they have in the house is harmful, we will give them advice on how to deal with it properly and how they can permanently solve the problem.
Okay. And if that doesn't solve the problem, then what is the last resort?
It's a process. I still talk to them, call them, text them to ask them for feedback. I want to know if things worked, if the adjustments became advantageous to them or not. It's a process. Even with the body, healing is a process. It's not going to happen overnight.
Yes. And interesting stuff. How about you, JR? How about your work? How do you see your work moving forward in this field?
Well, right now, I'm actually authenticating a lot of photos and EVPs and some videos, actually, some interesting videos. Basically, I'm more of an amateur at this. If these guys are the pros, I'm an amateur. But I'm still very strict at authenticating. Maybe most of the photos I look at, I really look for proof. If I find that it's not from a raw file, a raw data file, or a photo file, or even the audio is not raw, I usually debunk it. I can't work with this. It has to be the original file.
Okay. Just to be sure that what you're getting is really the real
Yes.
copy, not something that's messed around a little bit or edited
Yes.
in a way. No.
Edited, yes.
Let's talk about possession because you mentioned it quickly. I mean, in the second segment, how do you guys deal with possession? Do you have experts also?
First of all, we have to find out if the possession is real or not.
Authentic or not.
If it's not, I can just slap her face. It should be
Come to your
okay.
senses, no?
Go back to your senses.
Quit messing around. Okay.
But we do have an
Yeah.
exorcist in the team. So just in case the possession is authentic, there's somebody we can call. So that's how we deal with possession.
Do you guys have members of the clergy on your team involved in
Yeah.
your operation?
The exorcist that we have is an authentic exorcist, a priest who has been trained in the field.
No, see, this is what I love about your group. You guys have an atheist almost, no? Someone in theology, an IT expert, and you bring all these fields, and a priest, no? And you bring
Yeah.
all these fields together.
We also have others.
Another group and another
we
resources,
have an audio
no?
expert, a video expert, several
Excellent,
experts in the team. We're
Excellent.
not really hobbyists.
Excellent. Okay, now, how do people contact you guys if they need to, if people watching now have problems and they want this kind of problem and they want some sort of relief or answers? How do they contact
They
you
can
guys?
easily find us on Facebook. Just type Profilers of the Unknown. We're the only ones they can find.
Yeah.
Or they can visit profilersoftheunknown.webs.com. All the contact details are there.
Okay. Now, 1 minute to close. Last words. Let's start with JR.
Well, what I can say is don't fear.
Easier said than done.
Yes, but fear will really get you out of place. If you're in this line, if you're trying to hunt by yourself or with your friends, don't run away when you feel scared, you know. Show
What about
some
people
guts.
who are being haunted? I mean, same advice. Don't be scared.
Well, I suggest they look for expert help. Can't fix it on your own.
Okay. This is a very complicated thing, as Jade and
Yes.
Kit said. Very complicated. Get the
Yes.
experts.
Get the experts.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. Kit?
Right. For those people that are watching and are struggling for a long time, maybe it's time for you to really, seek experts, seek the right people. You know, it should be the right people. And if you've been through a lot of, so-called help, maybe we are the answer. And also those people that are, if you feel that you are hunted, then let us help you. We can help.
Excellent. Excellent. Jade?
Okay. Of course, you will need an expert when you're bothered by paranormal activities. But first and foremost, I advise everybody to be skeptic first. Wag naman yung konting hangin lang, konting anino lang,
Konting kalampag lang sa
nagpapanik
bubong.
na. At least find the most logical explanation
Sure.
why such thing happened. Nauso kasi masyado sa Philippines yung konting bagay lang sensationalize. So as much as possible, try to be calm and relax because you're not going to solve anything when you're not relaxed. Yun lang muna. And then the rest will just follow.
And then, if having gone through the whole exercise, it's still there, then they contact you guys, the experts.
Yeah. I would suggest you call us. Ayoko naman magsabi ng negative about other people. Pero as much as possible, yung talagang matutulungan kayo to deal with the problem properly. Hindi lahat ng paranormal activities na dadaan sa pag-aalay ng manok at ng baboy. You have to be very intelligent nowadays.
No, and I could vouch for this because, as I said, I've done a lot of these shows, and you guys, I'm very happy to interview you guys because you guys bring a balance, really, and you guys are really objective and rational, and as I said, you bring the science involved, and that I think is what's lacking here in this country, this kind of approach. I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very
Thank you,
much.
you so
JR.
much. Thank you.
Kit, thank you. Jade, thank you very much. And we're
Thank
going to do a part 2 of this. I'm going to join you in one of your hunts, and so I can document it and we can show it to the viewers.
Great.
Thank
Sure,
you
that
guys.
would be
Thank
great.
you. Thank you very much. So guys, I hope you enjoyed our Halloween and All Saints Day special. Paranormal Investigations here on Philippines Uncut. Join us again next week here in the show where we talk about what matters to you guys because you guys matter the most. See you next week. Good stuff.